What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Elm Creek. I've just drove in. I've been driving all day to get here. It is almost, let's see, yeah, it's getting pretty late here. I have came to Elm Creek because I recently bought a farm here that was not doing so hot. Um, Now I did spend almost every dollar I had on said farm. So I'm kind of in the situation where it was sight unseen. I've got it in the GPS now. Um, it says we're almost there, so we're gonna see it for the first time together, and I'm hoping this is a good launching platform for my farm dreams. This farm and everything that comes with it cost me around $350,000, which is a lot. It's pretty much everything I had, including selling my old home, and yeah, it's for something sight unseen. It's pretty reckless of me. Let's see. It says take a right here, and I'm supposed to be looking for a wooden bridge to go over for the driveway. This rock. That's a bridge, but it's not. You know what they're talking about. Didn't say anything about rails on it. Let's go a little bit more. GPS says it should be up here. Here's a drop, and there's a wooden bridge. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close here. Now I do just have my truck and a chainsaw with me, so I did not come out here prepared at all. I'm hoping this farm. Let's see. That looks like a driveway there. Let's creep on in here. The GPS says this is the place. Wow, these trees are really overgrown here. And I see a house and a car. GPS says this is the right place, so I guess we can kind of check it out here. Um, let's see. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff going on. It looks like. Let's get the truck turned off and hop out here. It's kind of hard to see everything right now with as late as it is. I can see kind of, you know what? I've been driving all day. Maybe I just head into town there and find a hotel room for the night because I don't know what's going on here. I know this is the farm I bought, but it's a little too dark to be accessing the situation. So yeah, I think maybe I'll get me a hotel room for tonight and maybe come back in the morning. I mean, I still kind of wanted to just pull up on it, you know. I mean, it's a big investment, so I didn't expect it to take me that long to get here. But yeah, we'll go into town and find us a hotel room for the night. Well, I don't really want to waste the money on a hotel room after I've just spent all that. I don't really have that much money left. You know what? I've got an idea. This truck's got a pretty big back seat here. So I think we're gonna backseat it tonight. So yeah, I'll get with you guys in the morning and we'll see what kind of stuff we got going on here. Good morning, everybody. So we are here now. I was inside checking out the house. The inside of the house is not too bad. I did sleep in the truck last night. Good thing I did because there's no furniture in there right now, so I'll have to handle that. But at least it is daylight. We can see. Let's see. So first things first. This car here, tags are dead on it. and I'll have to see if that will crank. I'm not too sure all what's going on here on this farm. Obviously, I spent pretty much every dollar I had on. That's a lot of mud. I spent every dollar I had on this, so it. From what I've seen in the listing, a farmer did live here with his wife and kids. It said that he was kind of a hoarder, and I'm seeing that now. There's quite a lot of vehicles just sitting around, obviously older models. There's a lot of trash as well. We do have a tree down in what's supposed to be the other side of the driveway, I'm guessing. That is a that looks like a pretty good up to date silo there. Um it's yeah, that's empty. So yeah, let's see what we've got going on around here. We've got obviously got one shelter. I see a planter here. That is a international planter, okay. And Fort, don't even ask me to say that word. We've got a combine here. Let's hop inside. I wonder if this thing cranks. I guess we need to see if we can crank most of the stuff around here. Hey, it does crank. Okay, we're in business on that one. Okay, so that's pretty good. We've got one thing that cranks. Thank the Lord. And we'll go check out the barn here. Now, it said there was a couple of tractors here and some other vehicles. So let's see. We've got a farm mall. Okay, that's pretty cool. A McCormick Farm Mall. That one looks in pretty decent shape there. Oh, look, that's a nice little sprayer there. So the fertilizer sprayer, that's cool. This is a hmm, favorite. I'm guessing I'm saying that right. It is a Fendt. So and then we got a golf cart over here. That's cool. That's wicked. Ain't nothing wrong with a little golf cart action. And then we've got DX 3.70. I'm not too sure. Oh, a Dutes Far. Okay, so I mean that's some pretty good. I wonder if let's hop in this one real quick. All the keys are in everything, so hey, we got another one that cranks. That's awesome. So yeah, we got some running tractors. That's not too bad. Let's go check out just more vehicles over here. That's everything's so overgrown. It's hard to tell what you've got. Let's go. I'm gonna have to get a chainsaw out and cut this down at some point this morning. Let's go see what we've got in the shed. That looks like a baler. Okay, that's pretty cool. We got a baler, Massey Ferguson baler. Yep. This looks like a homemade disc harrow or something. Maybe a cultivator. Kind of small. This thing is a watch out. This thing is a Frankenstein of a tractor here. Um, Definitely want to see if this thing will crank. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, that's cool. So everything so far is running pretty good. Let's see. Got a pickup truck here, pretty rusted out on that one. I don't even know how they got in and out. They probably used the passenger door to get in and out of that. And we'll see. Hey, that looks almost brand new, dude. That's crazy. Nice little side by side. Is that what this is called, or a mule? I'm guessing. That's pretty cool. And we got a cedar as well. So let's see here. So we know we got quite a bit here. I need to go check out. Jump over that. The field. I think this is the field that belongs to me now. What's on it? Sorghum. Ugh. This crop doesn't look too good. It is ready to harvest though. Maybe that's I guess I'll get into that today. we should definitely, yeah, we should definitely probably get that harvested and maybe put, I guess we just got to put it in a silo. I don't, we just have to move it with the combine. Well, hold on. Is that a trailer? That is a trailer. Okay. Nice little small trailer here, so we can try out some of this equipment today, harvesting that sorghum. That'll be pretty fun. I do have a list of names and numbers for some people to call. I got from the from the lady at the bank here. It's pretty much just some people who I can let's see. I've got a mechanic. Okay, a mechanic's good because some of this stuff's probably going to need working on. I've got a mechanic, a junk hauling service, which will also probably come in handy, and some scrap guys. So what I think I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to get set up in this combine. Yeah, maybe let's get set up in that first and harvest some field. And while I'm driving, I can make some phone calls. And yeah, we'll definitely got to get that sorghum picked though. Excuse me. Let's see if this thing will actually make it out to the field. Okay, okay. Oh, it's moving. Definitely need something going on here. That tree's gonna have to get cut up today for sure. Um, so let's see. Let's switch to the outer look here and see what we got going on. Unfold. Okay, just steps there. Yeah, I would say from what I know about farm equipment, this thing sounds terrible. First of all, um, I'm not gonna do a full headline on this field. I don't think. But we should definitely start with this outer edge here, just to get away from the wood line a little bit. I would think. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get this sorghum harvested. I'm gonna make some phone calls really quick. Um, and I probably need to get one of those tractors out of the barn and get it hooked up to that trailer. I would also assume this is going to be kind of rough doing everything by myself, but we got to get some money coming in, hopefully. So, yeah, I'm going to ride through this field real quick, get the sorghum harvested, and maybe call a couple of these people just to introduce myself and everything, and we'll see what kind of what kind of business we can talk with them. So yeah, I'll have you guys back in just a little bit. What's going on, guys? So that combine filled up pretty fast off like two and a half, well about three runs there. I was able to get this trailer hooked up to this smaller tractor. That fence was kind of having a hard time cranking, so I did call the mechanic first. He said he would be able to be out here in like an hour to check everything out. And I went ahead and called the scrap company too, just because of all these vehicles. I figured maybe, just maybe, I can get, some, not driving to our crop here, get some cash for all that scrap metal, I'm hoping. And I went ahead and made a phone call to one of the neighbors here. He was saying that before this farm was sold, the man that owned it was trying to sell him some equipment, and I pretty much told him like, hey man, if you want to buy some of the equipment, just like let's go over exactly what you want. Like you can drive over here and look around and see like what you think you're interested in and stuff, if that's something you're up for. And he thought that was a pretty good idea. I was able to use this tractor also to push that tree out of the way, so that worked out pretty good. This is a slide out uh, trailer here, so we'll go ahead and dump this. The little rope that is attached to it is pretty cool, but I will need a bigger trailer eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on that field really quick. I'll have to do this quite a few times probably, but yeah, I'm gonna keep harvesting this and see who shows up first. Pretty much, I'm kind of hoping that the guy who was talking about buying some of this equipment, I'm hoping he'll come out here and be like, "Yeah, man, I give you some cash because we desperately need cash right now." But we'll see who shows up first, and I'm just gonna keep bucking away here at this field, and we'll keep getting our first harvest on the farm done. What's up, guys? So it's been about an hour here. I'm about halfway done with this field. This combine's super slow, but a development has occurred. Let me get this trailer filled up here really quick. So the guys that want the scrap off the farm, the vehicles that don't run, that are just sitting there, and some of the other scrap metal, they are here. They desperately wanted all this stuff I have out here on this farm. So we'll head over here and see. I really want you to see their setup here because they got a nice little kit going for themselves. Let's get pulled around here. Now they did kind of block my driveway off a little bit, but that's fine. I'm not going to be mad at them because they're here to possibly give me money. Um, let's see. I went ahead and ran the harvester down this so I could drive through at least. Look at this. So what they're going to do is they're going to use that wheel loader there and do however many they can fit, 3 or 4 um, of them vehicles at a time. And they also brought a second semi with them to haul these unroadworthy trailers, which I thought was pretty cool. They want all of it. So we're gonna dump this trailer and we're gonna talk to them about exactly what everything they're gonna get. From what I've seen, they're going to get the vehicles. There's some other, like some barrels and stuff over here. I told them anything metal, pretty much. Let's hop out here real quick. I told them anything metal, so I mean they'll probably take this feeder, um, these barrels, that old generator trailer, and there's some more scrap metal over here. I also told them they could have this dumpster if they wanted it. But yeah, all these vehicles they're just sitting around. They're saying they're gonna take. And they also said if I ever want to possibly upgrade on sheds, just call them as well. They do demolition in exchange for all the scrap, so that's pretty cool. Um, the neighbor across the road here, he did call back and say he'd probably come around like lunchtime today, so I'm guessing somewhere between like 11 and 1. He said he's got a semi and a trailer, and he wants to make a deal on some farm equipment. So he'll be here between sometime around lunch to talk about that as well. So hopefully we're making some decent moolah today. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back to harvesting my sorghum field here and stay out of these guys' way as much as possible. They said they'll probably be here about maybe an hour and a half or so. So, I mean, probably about 11 o'clock when they're heading out. Maybe the neighbor will be here, or I might have to wait on him a little bit more. That'll be fine. That's not going to bother me. The mechanic said he's falling a little bit behind on his jobs right now. So he said it might be later in the day before he can come out here and look at that Fendt tractor. So yeah, I mean, we've got some pretty good stuff going on here. Right now I'm in kind of the situation where I just keep having to run back and forth between the tractor and the harvester, which is fine. So I'm just going to keep booking it on this field, let them guys do what they need to do. And yeah, we'll hopefully by the time they're done, and maybe the neighbor comes by, we'll be done with this field, and we'll see exactly what the full yield on it was. I have to figure out what I'm going to do as far as planting after I cultivate this as well. So that'll be something to think about here in a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna keep driving away on this field here, and I'll bring you guys back probably around lunchtime just to see if everything is going in our favor. I would say, but like I said, hopefully we are making some money today because as of right now we don't really have anything to work with, and we desperately need some better equipment. Um, the As of right now, we've got like two tractors. Well, one that's definitely worth it, and maybe two if the mechanic can get that fence working. That cultivator looks real small for this field as well, but I think if we get the fence running, that's the strongest horsepower tractor I'm going to have for right now. And it would be nice to not be using this old wooden trailer that only holds a little bit, but we deal with what we got right now. So yeah, I'll get you guys back in here in maybe a couple of hours just to see how good we made out. What's going on, you guys? It is getting close to 12 o'clock here. The guys that bought all the vehicles and stuff are gone, and as you can see from the bank account, they paid well. We got almost somewhere around 16,000 between the vehicles and their parts. The two trailers, they said they could make roadworthy easily, so they paid me about 4 grand each for those, which was a steal. The mechanic did finally. Oh yeah, I finished harvesting. Can't talk today. Harvesting the sorghum. We ended up with 23,000. Well, almost 24,000 liters, so that's not too bad. Now, if I look at sorghum here, it looks like I'm gonna have to sell it in January, so I can hold that for a little while. The mechanics here looking at the Fendt tractor, and also let's go over here. The neighbor from across the street did make it out here. He's got a nice rig over here on the other side of the driveway. Pretty. I mean, apparently everyone around here, except for me, just has nice rigs. Now, some of the stuff he said he is looking at is, he said he'd take the car and the truck if I didn't want them. He said he'd offer me a pretty good deal. But yeah, he wants the car, the truck, the baler, everything in this shed pretty much he wants, which, I mean, that's pretty cool with me. But yeah, he wants the truck as well. He wants the planter, the golf cart. For some reason, he wants a golf cart. He wanted the side by side, but I told him I want to keep that. But he said he wants the golf cart, and for sure he wants the farm all. So I'm gonna probably let him take that. We're gonna see what kind of deal he's talking. He said he might be a little short on the cash, but he said if the mechanic gets the fence running, right? He said if the mechanic can get the fence running, he might purchase that as well. But for all the other stuff he already wants, he said he might make a deal with me. He said he's got a pretty decent tractor with not a lot of hours on it, and get this, a bigger trailer. That's what I literally said we needed in the first place, so we don't have to use this little old uh, bad boy right here every single time. So yeah, me and him are gonna talk, and we'll see exactly what we can come up with. I think. What's going on, you guys? Me and the neighbor made a deal. He was super nice. He ended up giving me about 25,000 bucks and a low mileage Valtra tractor. Now this is a medium size. It's got about 270 horsepower, and he also gave us an almost brand new Prolander Coon cultivator. Now, he did take almost everything except for the combine. He took all the tractors, the fertilizer spreader, every single bit of equipment we had almost. Now, I know that might not seem like the best deal right now, but not only do I have the cultivator and tractor that I need to pretty much build this farm now, but I also have some cash to go get me a better trailer to haul our sorghum. And this tractor here can do everything we need it to right now. It can do the seeder. It's gonna run this. It's definitely gonna run this cultivator right now for sure. But let's go ahead and get set up here. Get the weight up. Make sure we're on the cultivator. Let's see. There we go. Lower cultivator. Yeah, there we go. So now we literally have exactly what we need though to start this farm off on the right foot. No broken down tractors, no scrap in the yard. My next my next adventure is going to be definitely getting that tree out of here. Like I said, he loaded all that stuff up on his trailer. I hopped in the rig with him and went right over to his house to get the check and this tractor. I drove the tractor and cultivator into the bank parking lot to cash the check or put it into my account. So we're pretty much just going to get this field cultivated right now, and I'll probably meet back up with you guys later this afternoon to discuss what else we're going to try to accomplish. What's up, guys? So I got our tree chopped up. I took a little break from the cultivating because I realized I was getting kind of short on time as far as like I've only got like maybe 6 more hours. Well, unless I do it obviously at nighttime as well. But I need to get that field seeded as well. And it's not even that. It's I also need to roll it and find a way to fertilize it before next month. Now, I did sell the neighbor my fertilizer sprayer. Not a great idea on my part, but yeah, we're gonna hope this works out. At least I have a seeder right now, I would say. Oh, that wasn't too bad. We got over almost $1,500 for that. But yeah, so we need we got a seeder, we got a tractor that can pull the seeder. And yeah, we're just I'm thinking like my option is rush through today to get canola planted. Let's pull over so I can look at what I need to here. Alright, so my options are rush to plant the canola. I mean, it is higher yielding, obviously. And I kind of want, I mean, I definitely want to be able to fertilize and everything properly. So I might rent a fertilizer spreader. Now, this might sound crazy, but bear with me here. I would eventually like to get a planter that can also plant canola because I know my main sources of income on my farm are going to be canola, corn, and soybeans. So a planter will be nice, but eventually I'll need a corn header, a whole bunch of things. So I'm thinking my best bet right now is to go ahead and plant canola, which means I do need to go pick up seed from the store really quick. So I'm going to get some seed and then probably, most likely, um, come right back and start seeding. Now, I will say, I'm flying through here. I'm gonna get pulled over. I do need pretty much three things: the seeds, fertilizer, and a fertilizer spreader, and a roller. So I'm thinking my best bet is to go ahead and seed with the seeder I have, rent a roller, and then rent a fertilizer spreader and have just enough fertilizer for that field. I think I'll save a little bit of money that way, hopefully. And yeah, so we're going to come in here and get some seed and get back to the farm and get that process started. So yeah, I'll definitely bring you guys back when we are back at the farm. All right, guys, I've got the seeder filled up and I'm ready to start seeding my canola. Um, I've been thinking I might have to rent a small tractor and the roller just because since I am down to one tractor now, this whole process is going to take a minute. On the bright side, my neighbor that bought all the equipment said, "Hey man, I've got a fertilizer spreader over here. You can rent it from me. It'd be way cheaper than renting it from the dealership," which is nice. He said he's already got a little bit of fertilizer in there, so I'm thinking I probably have to either rent a smaller tractor and the roller, or I could just completely skip the whole process of rolling. It's only about a 1% to 2% yield ratio. I could skip that this year and just go directly to fertilizing, which will save me money on renting the tractor and the roller. And then I just have to worry about paying my neighbor to rent his fertilizer spreader and obviously the time. So I think the latter is my better option here. I will, this is going to take a lot of seed, so I'll probably get this seeded and get that first coat of fertilizer on there, and that'll finish up my day here, and it'll finish off September. So I'll bring you guys back in the first day of October to see how we are looking so far. What's going on, you guys? Hope you're having a good morning. I've got some pretty decent stuff going on this morning. It is October. I did end up getting the canola planted and fertilized, so that's gonna be a pretty good yield for us off that field next year. We're still a couple of months away from turning into sorghum harvest. I've got a guy here today looking at him and his company tear down old wood buildings and use the wood to make furniture and different things. So he's here looking at some of these older structures I've got, seeing if him and his company would want any of this stuff. So I'm hoping to get some money off of that if possible. Excuse me. The if you're wondering where the combine is, I was drinking coffee with my neighbor yesterday, and he was talking about how he was so behind on his work. So I went this morning with my cultivator and tractor and helped him cultivate some more of his property that he hadn't gotten to yet, and he's currently renting my harvester, which is why the money's a little bit different in the account now. He paid me pretty good to rent that. He asked me if I would ever consider selling it because his is his is so old that he's actually in the market for one, and I'm not too sure about that yet because I know how expensive harvesters can be. But I told him I'd think about it. But yeah, he's using that right now to harvest his soybean field, so I'll get that back later today, and we're gonna see what this guy's got going on, if he thinks I've got any money sitting on the property here. They also do landscaping, so I told him maybe if he wants any of the buildings here, with some cash on top, maybe he can come out here and take care of some of this stuff for me, some of this overgrowth, and possibly bring in a load of dirt to put over all this mud that's in both sides of the yard, just so our equipment doesn't have to keep getting stuck in the mud. But yeah, so we're gonna handle all this, and I'll probably bring you guys back. He said they wouldn't be able to come till next month and do all this anyway, so I'll probably just keep watch on the crop and do a couple of little contracts or something like that. Maybe definitely going to keep hanging out with the neighbor. He's got a lot of good insight on farming, and I need to learn as much as I can. So yeah, I'll probably bring you guys back in next month when we're closer to turning in the sorghum harvest. What's going on, guys? It is currently December, and we have had a lot of stuff transpire in 2 months. I had the last time I was on, I had the guys at the farm tearing down all my older sheds because they wanted the barn wood from them. And while they were there, their supervisor was telling me, like, "Hey man, you need to sell some of these trees, like all these trees you've got that are blocking the sun out of your farm." And I told him, I was like, "Well, I mean, I don't know about getting rid of all the trees on my farm or nothing like that. But he was, it was like a little sidebar conversation. He was telling me how they had a pretty decent tractor and trailer sitting at their shop that they were looking to sell." And I told him, I was like, "Well, you know what? If you want these trees, then how about we work out some kind of deal where you get my buildings here, obviously you get the wood from the buildings and you get these trees, and maybe I come look at that tractor and trailer, and maybe we can work out a swap, and that way I'm not paying a bunch of money for you guys to be here longer, and you guys aren't going broke buying these trees and these buildings." So we were able to work out a deal. I've got this pretty decent sized tractor now and a decent trailer, which is way bigger than that wooden one we started off with. But I'll pull over so you guys can see the whole thing here. It's pretty sweet. This thing, okay. But yeah, it's a Fiat 1300. It's got about 185 horsepower, so that's pretty decent. Although now, as you're going to see in a minute, our farm is pretty barren. They left about 2 trees on that side, and obviously they left my metal shed, so I would have some kind of coverage for the tractor and the combine. And speaking of combine, my neighbor's pretty, he's still, I mean, it's been 2 months now, and he's still pretty adamant about wanting to buy that. Now, my problem with, like, obviously me and him help each other out a lot, and my only problem with selling him the combine is, would I have another one would I have enough money to buy another one by the time I have to harvest my canola? I do have one company here right now. He's walking around looking, taking some measurements. I'm hoping to get a new shed, obviously, since I'm down to one. But I mean, you can take a look here. Everything's pretty barren now. They were saying there's an old concrete slab over here that this tree has grown through, and all these bushes. So, not sure what used to sit there on the farm. Maybe another silo or something. But yeah, I've got that shed's full, so this one right here is gonna have to sit out for a little bit until I can get a quote on another shed from those guys. But I might go, what I'm thinking is it might be a good idea to go through with selling the combine and maybe even seeing if he'll do a package deal. I'd love to go ahead and sell that seeder as well, because I'm looking to get looking to get a different seeder before next planting season. So I'm gonna probably have a talk with my neighbor about that, see what kind of stuff we can work out, and then yeah, we'll get you guys back in here in January when I'm getting ready to finally take that sorghum harvest in and see how much money we have. I think the only problem I have with selling that combine really is I'm going to be down to hardly no equipment. I'm going to have a tractor. Well, I'm going to have two tractors now, thank God. I'm going to have two tractors, a trailer, and this bad boy. So I don't know. I might see what I can work out with him. I'm definitely going to want top dollar. Even though this thing is old and makes a lot of noises, I'll probably get it repaired and then sold to him. See what a shed's going to cost and all that good stuff. The company that took the trees and the buildings also was nice enough to dump dirt on all them mud spots and grade it pretty good. So I'm going to probably call someone about getting some grass seeded as well. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I'm going to go in here and see what this guy has got together for me, and I'll bring you guys back in January, and hopefully we've got a new shed and the sorghum harvest we'll be taking. What is going on, you guys? Welcome to January. The money is low, but we have really worked out a great deal here I'm about to tell you about. So my neighbor really wanted that harvester. He really wanted that seeder. Excuse me. So I had to, first of all, the money's short because I had to pay the guys for the labor, for everything they did here. And I had to give my neighbor $10,000. Now, the reason I gave him $10,000 is because he owns a greenhouse company. Now, I told him, I said, I'm going to sell you this harvester, the header, and the smaller tractor I got from the workers that were here. I sold him all three of those things, plus the weight on the front of that tractor, and told him I want two large greenhouses that I can plant lettuce in. It's a great crop, something great to sell in February. And I told him, with the money he gave me, I bought myself two new sheds, which is great. They both look great. They're both sound. I've already got some junk in this one. The last part of our deal, the sister tractor to the other one that I had gotten from him, that I had bought from him. This right here is another Vulture tractor. It's an 8750. It's got about 180 horsepower. It came with the weight. So now we have two tractors back on the farm again. But like I said, it's snowing. I've got lettuce pumping out of those greenhouses. I did have to get a well dug, which cost a little bit of money as well. But yeah, we need to take our sorghum harvest off because it is January. So let's see where the best place to do that is. I'm gonna check our tablet here. Best place to take that right now, Johnson's Farmers Market or the grain. Well, let's see. Coldgrass Valley. Feed and Grain South has the best price, but it is about to start going down, so I need to go ahead and get this over there. We do need to be careful of the snow, of course, but I think we'll make it. We get to use our new to us trailer today, and we'll get to see how much money we get from this harvest finally that we harvested almost 4 months ago when we started. So this will be pretty interesting. We can do this together here. Let's see here. Let's find our sorghum. Alright, let's see here. That left us with a little bit over 1,000. So we'll go see what we get for this full trailer right here. Excuse me. So with 1,800 liters left in the silo there, I'll make that a little side trip here after this one, since it's not really going to be that much. We get to see what a whole trailer is worth though, so that'll be nice. So it's nice. I've ended up being really happy with where I bought um my real estate at right now, just because I'm so close to town, which means I'm close to the dealership. I've ended up with a great neighbor who's willing to work out a lot of deals with me, and I'm right here close to one of the main selling points. So definitely shows right here I'm running that stop sign because I'm crazy, and I never said I was a great driver. I'm really happy with this tractor as well. He's a lot more wealthy than I am, so he's got a lot of equipment coming in and out. Um, in fact, the combine he bought from me, he actually uses it as a contract combine, which I need to get into some contracts here soon. So let's see what our sorghum is worth, guys. Alright, that was 61,000. That's not too bad. So what I'm thinking is I'll go ahead and bring that other 1,800 liters here. I don't think we're gonna crack 100,000. I'm not 100% on it, but I know the planter that I've been eyeballing is around $90,000. I don't know if I want to blow every cent I have right now, so I might wait and see if anyone decides they're gonna sell one on the online sales shop. But yeah, I think we're gonna, with this weather, we're definitely gonna have to batten down the hatches, and I'm gonna have to put some more wood in the wood burning stove in the house there. Uh, so yeah, I'll probably take that 1,800 liters, and then we'll have to button it up for the month here. This weather's crazy. Let's see. But I will say this tractor's handling really good in the snow and ice so far, so that is decent. Let's see. I should just pull in here. Not pull into the field too much there, Gage. Yeah, we'll go around this way so we ain't gotta do a full U-turn. Excuse me. So yeah, I thought anytime I do a deal with my neighbor, I try to get as much out of it as I can. And I figured with him knowing a lot about greenhouses and making so much money off of them, like, hey, he's got to have some type of connection where he can just throw two up for me in about a month. So that's what I did. It's excuse me, geesh, try not to cough into the microphone if I can help it. But yeah, I want to be able to have other productions, and I don't really have the means to do animals right now. So I figured with putting a well in and having them greenhouses there, lettuce is one of the higher grossing produces. So we'll do lettuce for a little while, and then we might switch over to some strawberries or tomatoes in one of them. But yeah, I don't know. It's only 8% of this trailer, so I don't think we're going to crack the 100,000 mark. But it would be nice if we're being on the positive side here. Just because that would be the most money we have had in our bank account since we moved out here. So let's see what we've got. Yep, just below it. That sucks, but it'll be alright. So yeah, guys, I'm going to get the tractor and trailer back to the farm, and I'm going to get inside because it is freezing out here, and I'll bring you guys back in February when we are getting ready to take that lettuce off. Alright guys, so My neighbor said, yeah, he'll take it. He can use it to haul some of his smaller equipment. He gave me about 12,000 bucks for it, which is about 2/3 of what I paid for it. But that's fine. Me and him work out so many deals. I'm not going to complain. Um, Now, one thing I did think about was this stuff's going to be producing lettuce like crazy. So eventually, I do need to find a trailer and a way to load it. I'm thinking my best bet, with the funds I have right now before, like, obviously I'm going to harvest the canola, but I'm going to have to save it as well till it's around time. So with the funds I've got, I'll probably just hold out and wait and see if a trailer hits the store that I can afford better. Um, and yeah, probably just wait and see if a trailer comes in the store. And my best bet right now is to probably hang tight till the canola harvest. I'll sell some lettuce if it gets like out of hand, but for right now, I'm gonna save as much money as possible in case I have to go and get the go and get a planter, obviously, and I'm gonna have to rent a combine this year. So yeah, I think this is a good spot to stop this first episode. Excuse me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode of the Elm Creek Farm, and yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, afternoon, or night wherever you are. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit them comments with anything else you'd like to see.